Hey Oracle fans, Marche Hannah here, founder of Online DBA Academy, where we give online video training to all aspiring Oracle DBAs. In this video, I wanted to discuss the OCA certification with you. I did a video on 11G about 4 years ago, but that video is outdated now. So while you're studying, I wanted to make sure that you had an updated resource. So we're going to go ahead and jump into this now. First, let's start off with what does OCA stands for. OCA stands for Oracle Certified Associate. This exam is an entry-level exam for Oracle database administrators. This exam covers every foundational topic that anyone would need to know concerning Oracle database software. Now, the first test that you have to successfully take and pass is going to be the Oracle SQL Fundamentals test. This test covers basically how do I talk to the database? How do I retrieve information from the database? The second test that you have to successfully take and pass is going to be the Oracle Database Administration test. This test covers how do I do day-to-day operations within the Oracle database? How do I successfully manage the Oracle database? We're going to take a greater look at both of these tests in depth now. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go over the requirements that you need for your OCA certification. The first thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you guys how you can pull up the certification requirements on your own. So as you can see right here in Google, I'm just going to do a Google search for Oracle certification path, and we can select 12C because that's the latest version. So I'm gonna click there, and as you can see, as I go to this a lot, it's already here. So I'm gonna click on the first URL, not the ad, but this one here, Oracle Database 12C Administrator. Okay, as you guys can see, this says associate level certification. This is what we want. If you scroll down, they have step 1, pass this exam, step 2, pass this exam. As you can see for step 1, which is, it says pass 1 SQL exam. We have multiple exams that we can take, and the one that we're going to take is going to be Oracle Database 12C SQL Fundamentals 1Z0061. Now you can choose any of these and take it, except for the one that says exam retired. But we are going to choose 061. I'm going to click on it. Everything that you need for this test is going to be here. If you can see, this is the exam number. This is going to be the name of the exam, Oracle Database 12C, SQL Fundamentals. Basically, what you want to do here is scroll down. This section here, the exam details, this is going to be an important section for you. If you guys can see, the duration is 120 minutes. There's 75 questions. You have to make at least a 65% to pass. That should let you guys know that this is not an easy test. If they're only requiring a 65, you guys know that this test is not easy. They're telling you that this test have been validated against the database version 12.1.0.1. Now in my course, we are actually on 12.1.0.2. So it has, as a matter of fact, we have 12.2.0.1. So 12.2 has all the features that 12.1.0.1 have, plus more. So you're good if you're taking my course. It says that the format is multiple choice and the exam price is $125. So that's something to take note of. Now we're going to scroll down, and what you want to do here is you see review exam topics. If we click on review exam topics, as you guys can see, they have everything here that the exam will be on. You have the introduction. It goes through features of the Oracle Database 12C. And these are just some of them. I don't want to go by I don't want to go step by step, but as you can see, you have retrieving data using SQL select statement, restricted and sorting data, using single row functions to customize output, using conversion functions and conditional expressions. Now, my course, we go over each one of these in detail. Each one of these, as you guys can see, that's everything here. These are the exam topics. This is what your 75 questions will cover. Last but not least, here are the instructions to take the exam. As you can see here, you can buy a voucher, but I've never purchased a voucher, so I'm not sure how that would work. But you can register with Person View. This is who you take the test with. Any Oracle test, you're going to register with this company. So you can click here for instructions. I go over all this in my course if anyone is taking my course as you're watching this training video. Okay, so this is the SQL Fundamental Test. I'm going to go back, and now we're going to look at the requirements for the Database Administration Test. As you can see, this test is 062. So I'm going to open this in a new tab. Okay, so as you can see, the setup is pretty much the same. They have the exam number in the exam in the exam title. So if we come down, if you look at the exam details, the duration is 120 minutes. The number of questions is 67. And to pass this test, you have to make at least a 64%. The same thing, this is validated against 12.1.0.1. The format is multiple choice, and the exam price is $245. So as you can see, this exam price is a bit more expensive than the SQL Fundamentals, because this is the one that you need to know the most about. Now, if we scroll down, we have review exam topics. Now, there's a lot of topics for this. Also, as you guys can see here, they have a test in Spanish. Now, one thing I can say about this test, every time I come here, it's always updated in some way. So if you are in my class, you guys will see that this have been updated. But if you look at just some of the exam topics, we have exploring the Oracle database architecture, Oracle database management tools, Oracle database instance, configuring the Oracle network environment, administering user security, managing database storage structures, and we can keep strolling. As you guys can see, there are a lot of topics for this exam. But in my course, we go over each and every last one of them. This will prepare you for your exam. So these are the requirements that you need. This is everything you need concerning what you need in order to take the test. Again, you will have to register with Person View. And you guys, that's it. So let's go ahead and continue the rest of this video. Why do you want to be an Oracle Database Administrator? If you're going to be successful in this field, if you're going to receive this certification, you have to have the answer to that question. Your why has to be a strong why. Your why is going to motivate you. You have to think about your why every single day, all day long. Your why will motivate you to study when you do not feel like studying. My why was, I wanted to create a better life for myself. I wanted more money. I was tired of living paycheck to paycheck. I was 24 years old. I was struggling. I was tired of struggling. I just needed more money. This was a great opportunity to provide that for me. And as you can see, my why was centered strictly around money. And if your why is strictly around money, it's okay. Just make sure your why is big enough to motivate you every single day to do what you have to do to get this certification. I had this fake check on my dresser mirror that I looked at all day, every day. This check had $4,000 written on it. And I used to think like, wow, I can't wait until I'm making this type of money. If I'm making this type of kind of money, that's over $100,000 every year. Imagine what I could do with that. I could just give so much to my family. I could take care of my debt. I could just live out my dreams. This is what motivated me. So if you guys have to do something similar, do what you have to do. Just get something that's going to motivate you to study when you don't feel like studying. I can't stress enough. Studying for this exam is going to be hard. It's going to be challenging. This exam, studying for it is going to take hard work, sacrifice, dedication. There's going to be days where you just do not want to study. There's going to be days where you make every excuse in the book not to study. When you have your days like this is where your support system comes in. My support system included my mentor, my pastors, my best friend, and at the time, my cousin. And each of them played a different role. My mentor, he was there to just answer any questions that I needed. He was there to just teach me and guide me and show me things that it was just really hard for me to understand. My pastors, they always encouraged me. They always gave me spiritual advice. They always just sort of pushed me. Now, I would say the most important two were my best friend and my cousin. I would say that these were my accountability partners. Both of them got on my last nerve when it came to me studying. But my cousin, she was really there for me. She would do things like, she'd say, "Cuz, I got you. I'm going to cook for you this week. Just whatever you need me to do, just let me know. I know what you're trying to do. So I want to just take everything off you so you can go ahead and do what you got to do. I know that you want a better living for yourself. So I'm going to take care of things around the house while you study." And she allowed me to just study all day. At the time, I wasn't working. I didn't have a job. So I would study all day long. And she just did whatever I needed her to do. So thankful for that. My best friend, he was the one. "Bestie, how many hours a day did you study? What did you study? Tell me about what you studied. I think you need to go study some more." He was the one who would sit on the phone with me and actually listen to me based off of what I had learned. He actually learned with me. Even today, he can tell you so much about Oracle Database Administration because he sat on the phone and he learned with me. He truly got on my nerves with, "Go study some more. I think we should get off the phone. I think you need to study. I want to talk to you, but hey, I understand you need to go study." So this was my support team. You need a very strong support team. Just whoever you can think of to be your support team and your accountability partners, reach out to them, let them know what you're trying to do, ask them to hold you accountable. I promise you it will pay off in the end. So what I want to do now is to take this opportunity and go over Marche Hunter version of Laws of Success. I'm pretty big on laws. I live by laws. I love laws because they work. If you just follow and obey a particular law, you will succeed no matter what. They've been a great help to all kind of aspects of my life. I've obtained a lot of success in my life because I will find out a law, learn the law, apply the law, and it works. So I just want to take this opportunity and just share the laws that I use when it comes to studying or accomplishing a big task that I have to apply and complete in my life. For the most part, you know that we stay in a microwave society. We want everything quick, fast, and in a hurry. And if we don't get it quick, fast, and in a hurry, we're mad. We got an attitude because we want it quick, fast, and in a hurry. Well, the thing is about database administration, it does not work like that. You can't get this quick, fast, and in a hurry. This certification does not come by quick, fast, in a hurry. The $100,000 that draws everybody to database administration, it does not come quick, fast, in a hurry. You have to take your time with it. So the law of process is just taking time to get knowledge, taking time to get understanding, and taking time to get application. You have to sit down for hours and actually study this stuff. You have to sit down for hours and actually obtain the information, absorb the information. It's going to take time to do that because This is your first time seeing this information. And after you get the information, you have to take time, go back and review and really understand what it is that you got. And you can't just look at this one time and say, okay, I got it, I understand it, now I can move on. It doesn't work like that with Oracle Database Administration. You have to hear this stuff over and over and over. You have to eat this stuff. You have to consume this stuff. This stuff have to become a part of you. You have to take it in over and over and over in order to get that knowledge and understanding. And then once you have that knowledge and understanding, you take even more time and you start putting that knowledge and understanding to work. You start applying the knowledge that you've gained. You start doing things like installation upgrades. You start applying patches. You start migrations. You start the different things that you can do within the Oracle database as far as managing it. And so this is going to be the law of process. I love planning, and I used to hate it, but once I saw how powerful planning was, I do my best to plan out everything. One of the greatest lessons I ever learned was Jesus, God, he finished everything first, and then he went back and pressed play. If you can finish everything first, you know what it is you're going to be doing. You don't have to guess. You don't have to figure it out. You have a schedule for every single thing that has to happen. You know ahead of time. So if you can map out your study schedule, you're good. It's when you don't have a plan, it's when you don't have a schedule, that's when you mess up. I know you've heard the adage, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So I suggest map out how you're going to study. This is what I did. I said that every week I would study a chapter, and if I can squeeze in 2 chapters, I'm going to squeeze in 2 chapters. You want to be detailed in how you're going to study. You want to say what you're going to do on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Map it out. This plan will keep you on track. You will be able to see where you're going, how you're progressing. If you really want to get finished with this certification, you have to plan it out. I can't stress enough how important having a plan is in order to get this certification. Anything that you want to accomplish in life, you need to have a plan in order to succeed at it. Have a plan as to how you're going to do it. Finish it first. Finish the plan first. Know what you're going to do a month out, 2 months out. Already have that plan so that the execution will be a little bit more easy. It's when you don't have a plan that you're scatterbrained, you're all over the place. You're gonna study this day, but you don't end up studying because something comes up. Plan it out. That way when somebody call you and say, hey, you want to go do this? Nope, I already got a plan. Stick to your plan. Planning is great. Make sure you add this to your studying. So I touched on this just a little bit with the law of process, and that's the law of repetition. With the law of repetition, basically you have to do things over and over and over and over again before you become really good at it. This is exactly how I studied. When I was studying, I used the law of repetition all the time. I would read a chapter over and over and over again. I did not even realize that I was doing the law of repetition, but it worked. I would take what I read and I would also Google, and I would find information on Google, and I would go to each article I found on that topic, and I'm just gaining more knowledge, just taking in more knowledge, learning more. Even when it came to doing things like installations, I would do the install over and over and over again. And at first I sucked. At first it took me 3 hours, 4 hours to get through an install. But I did it again, and then I did it again and again and again. And each time I got faster. Each time I learned even more. I would take time to do research on, what does this mean? What does that mean? Each time I got better and better and better, And after a while, I was able to just basically do an install in my sleep. So please take the time and execute the law of repetition. Please do things over and over and over and over, and I guarantee you over time you will get better. Do not just go to another video because you can. Take time to look at that video several times. Take time to do an installation over and over again. Take time to do the upgrade over and over again. The more you do it, the easier it will be for you to talk about it. The easier it is for you to talk about it, the more you can do it on an interview. There you go, you get a job much faster. So make sure you are using the law of repetition. It will do wonders for you, I promise. So you all saw by my quote, I'm not the fastest DBA there is. I'm not the most technical DBA there is. I'm not the smartest DBA there is. But guess what? I promise you, I can outwork any DBA. I promise you, I can work longer hours. I promise you, I can spend more time studying until I get what it is that I need to know. You have to be consistent. I mean, if you think about it, there's a lot of people who want to become an Oracle database administrator, but how many people are willing to put in the time? How many people are willing to put in the effort? These are the things that you have to consider. How can I separate myself from the bunch? The way to do that is do more than they do. Someone I really look up said that he wasn't a genius, but people think he's great because of what he have, the knowledge that he have. People consider him a genius because of the knowledge that he have. Well, the only thing that he did different from anyone else was he read more books than everybody. He got knowledge from these books. These books propelled him to get the knowledge that he had. And it set him apart from everyone else. So, and you guys, there's a train in my background. I apologize if you hear it, but to continue, be consistent. Be consistent in your studying. If you're going to study for 4 hours, study for 4 hours. Just outdo your partners. Outdo the people around you. I promise you, if you're consistent and you're just outdoing the people around you, you will supersede those who trying to get to where you are. This is going to set you apart from the other people who are getting certifications and are trying to become junior DBAs. This will set you apart. Be consistent in all that you do. I've said it all throughout this video. Studying for this certification is going to be hard. Obtaining this certification is not going to be easy. The only thing I can say to that right now is to be persistent. Anything that you do for the first time that's new is going to be hard. It's going to be new. You don't know the information. You're obtaining new information for the first time. So know that you're not going to know it, but you have to keep your eyes focused on it. You have to keep your mind focused on it. You have to stay there until you get it. If you did not understand it, just don't give up. Go back and do the law of repetition. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Just make sure you just don't give up. Do whatever you have to do to not give up. Sometimes I even have to take a break. Sometimes I have to go do something fun and then come back to whatever I'm studying. The goal is to not give up. You can get frustrated. You can get stressed out, but do not give up. Embrace the grind. Know that the grind is gonna suck. My bestie, he likes to say, embrace the suck. I like to say, embrace the grind, but they both go hand in hand. Studying for this certification sucks at times. When you don't understand what's going on, you've looked at this video 5, 10, 15 times and you still don't get it. Embrace the suck. Know that it's going to come. But you have to grind it out. You have to just stay there until you get it. Go find YouTube videos to watch. Somebody will say this the way that you need it to be said. Reach out to me. Let me help you in any way that you can. You can get this. You can do this. Just don't give up. You've lost if you give up. Just embrace the suck, embrace the grind, and do what it is that you have to do to get this certification. So that's March 800 version of the law of success. I'm telling you, you guys, these laws work. I apply them in everything, every single day regarding my life. I can't stress it enough. I hope you guys enjoyed the laws. I know I love them. I love everything about them. At this point, you guys have all the information you need concerning the Oracle Certified Associate Exam. If you guys have any questions, feel free to text us at the number below. You can also email me at info@OnlineDBAacademy.com. If anyone is interested in learning more about OnlineDBAacademy.com, head over to www.OnlineDBAacademy.com. That's all I have for you guys today. If you could, please like this video. Please subscribe to this channel. Please comment below and please share this video. Other than that, you guys, Online DBA Academy signing off.